Hey everybody. Basically I just wanted to put together some videos of me trying to beat all three races with the insane AI. I've read a lot that in order to beat the insane AI you basically have to do some cheese or exploit the AI somehow, just because of how badly the insane AI cheats. I believe normally you get 3 resources from each mineral patch that the probes bring back. I've heard that the insane AI gets 5 or 7, I'm not sure exactly, but it's a pretty lopsided number. So in order to beat them, I don't know if you basically just have to get lucky or super out micro them, but basically this video is me giving it a try. It's a Protoss versus Protoss, which is normally not my best matchup by far, so we'll see how it goes. I wanted to basically see if I could do this with a standard build order that you would use on ladder. Here I just scouted them and saw that, at least from what I could see, they had three gateways and no robo, or no cybernetics core, I'm sorry. So they're, from what I could tell, they were doing an early zealot rush. So I decided, chrono out the stalker. If I could get at least one stalker out, I really wasn't too concerned about them sending a couple zealots in here. The first one got here, saw that I had a stalker, and just ran away. I kind of just, after realizing I wasn't in much early danger, just decided to do my normal 3 gateway, 1 robo. Get some good stalker sentry count out, and then generally against the higher level computers, I'll try and wait to expand until after the first initial attack, because the first initial attack is normally the hardest part, from what I've seen. They usually hit you pretty hard early on. If you can survive that, you're generally in at least decent shape. At this point, about, 7 minutes in, I'm a little bit surprised that I haven't been attacked yet. I was expecting them to have hit me again by now. So I'm just getting my observer out. I think I was going to expand here, but then I saw that I was almost supply capped, so I threw out a couple pylons. And then of course I see their attack force here. Right away I saw really zealot heavy, so I just wanted to block them in. The really big mistake that I made here was not having an observer out. If I'd had an observer out and sniped their observer, I would have lost pretty much, I would have lost nothing here. Instead I lost, a considerable amount of stalkers. I tried to micro them back whenever I could, but honestly, it was a pretty big mistake not sniping the observer. You can see it flying around right there. I mean, here I just wanted, micro back, try and pick these off. And then, again, here I was kind of disappointed watching the replay that I didn't move those 2 really low health stalkers to the back. But, after the engagement is mostly over here, I mean, I could see I came out well ahead. There goes the observer. I'm pretty comfortable right here that they're not going to try anything in the near future, so I figure probably pretty safe to expand here. Although I need to, and this is something I need to get better at, is moving my forces up to the larger ramp. Especially now that I don't have any sentries, I need to be able to spread my army out so that I can engage their whole army at the same time. But of course, I lose my observer there. That was sloppy. I'm a little bit low on my probe count here. If I'm going to be expanding, but not horrible. From what I saw in the early attack force, my basic strategy at this point was going to be stay with Immortals. I decided not to tech up to Colossus. Mainly because I kind of made that decision. I saw a lot of Zealots early on, but it seemed as they began reinforcing more, it was coming more Stalker and Immortal, so I decided probably the best way to counter that was with Stalkers and Immortals of my own. I don't remember how many Immortals I ended up getting out, but that was my game plan anyway. Stick with a high Immortal count. We can go ahead and speed it up here. Something that I think I need to work on, or at least need to make an effort, is getting more observers out just in general. I think that I sacrifice a lot of map view by not having them. I mean, even to go as high as, maybe 3 or 4 observers around the map, I think would be pretty useful. Maybe not so much against the computer, just because they tend to not do so much of the drops and harass, but it's something I need to do more in ladder. Like right here, I should not have my army here. I mean, if I get attacked, yes, they're gonna be in a... Okay, so they're moving out now. Like, they'll be in a choke, but it's so will I, and half my army's not gonna be able to fight. And again, I realize that I'm gonna be supply capped right before the engagement, so not the best thing either. And I should have a forward pylon here. I do decide to finally move out, but I'm caught a little bit out of position here. And as you can see, the computer decides to hallucinate about 20 Immortals. At first when I saw this, I just freaked out. I mean, I realized pretty quickly what was going on, but I was like, how the hell did they get so many Immortals? I was trying, I did not utilize the Guardian Shield as much as I should have there. I think I did do a decent job of splitting their armies so that at least some of them couldn't reach me range-wise. A couple more Immortals here at the end, and I clean that up. I decided to push out here. I accidentally was not paying attention and split my forces in half. At this point, they've got charge lots. Couple forward pylons here, one forward, kind of one back up. I really wish I'd expanded right here. I was kind of a little bit skeptical about how many units they had. They did have a decent force, at least a small force right here of, I don't know, what was it, maybe 4 Zealots, a couple Immortals, a couple Stalkers. So I did kind of feel the need to reinforce, but I think I could have expanded behind this pretty easily. I'm kind of at least thinking about it as you see me throwing out a couple more probes there. My gas count got pretty high here. I probably could have pulled some probes out of gas if I'd really needed to. Basically, I just wanted to keep on warping in. Stock, probably my favorite unit composition to go with as Protoss is what I use for most of this game. Basically, Stalker, Sentry, Immortal. I kind of tend to move away a little bit from the Sentries in later game. Generally, I'll just throw them in to try and keep my my gas count down after the game's pretty much over, but I don't use them a whole lot. Maybe to block ramps, but that's about it. I'm gonna speed it up here. At this point, I was pretty confident that I'd won at this point. I mean, I take a as you can see in the very just directly east of their base, you can see, I don't know if that's a pylon or a cannon, but I kind of missed that they had expanded down there. I mean, I do of course find that out later, but again, observers scouting on the map would have really helped me with that. And I mean, I see probes going down, so at this point I knew I had a base down there. But I kind of wanted to concentrate up here a little bit more. I don't know why, but they decided to build like 6 warp prisms right there. And again, maybe a little bit of a miss macro here as far as expanding resource-wise. You know, we're a good 25 whatever minutes into this game and I'm still on 2 base. I mean, I should have been on 3 or 4 base by now. I think it was more kind of to the point where I was pretty confident that I'd won. It was just a matter of finishing it out. I mean, obviously a real opponent probably would have GG'd by now, but Insane likes to play it down to like the last structure. So generally this is where in games, I could probably even speed it up yet another level. This is basically games where I try and work on my resource management. I mean, even while this is going, you know, I try and at least somewhat keep an eye on my resources. You know, here I finally do decide to expand. You know, try and make sure probes are working, make sure I'm doing something, building units, try and keep the resources. And as you can see, I just warped in like 7 sentries there. Not really necessary at all, but... So, yeah, I mean, at this point it was pretty much over. I just had to find their last base. And, yeah, I was really happy to be able to beat an insane Protoss opponent. I didn't think I was going to be able to, just because, as I said, I'm not very good at PvP on ladder. But, you know what, I was able to pull it off somehow. And we'll get the GG here pretty soon. Hey, I just wanted to say thanks everyone for watching, and hopefully I get some more games out.